Good evening from Yami B TV. Wishing you all well, of course, right? So, I'm going to be traveling again in a minute and I'm going to take it back a little bit, but I'm also going to get into the latest bit of grimy stuff. I'm afraid again, and it does involve Empty Head Ray Benny Hill. Again, he went up there last night, half pissed out of his head, and gave a really unconvincing performance about underage and beating up women and all that kind of stuff, right? But before I get into all that, look, let me explain something. The last 2 or 3 months, I've been going through serious changes, and a lot of you have been wondering where I've been and what I'm doing. I've never really been in love before, right? And never had the kind of relationship where I got to start thinking about somebody else's feelings, okay? And it didn't really dawn on me until recently that I wasn't really doing that. Now, when people go online, right? We know that it's gay, rent boy, and all that. You could call me anything else. We've gone through all that already, right? But the effects that we take it out on our closest and dearest sometimes when we're having a rant, where we get snappy, where we say horrible things because of the things that might be going on online. I wasn't aware that I was doing it, but I'm really unhappy that I didn't spot what was happening, especially with my missus. All right, that's someone that I will let you know. You will see the marriage when it happens, but that is the love of my life, man. The most beautifulest person that I've ever come across. Now, it's really hard. Empty Head hasn't got anyone that really loves him in reality. So when anyone says anything about him, it's not really going to affect anyone, is it? Because we know that apart from Kevin Summers, Stephen French is Kevin Summers' friend. He's not your friend, but he just rides with it, Uncle Steve, right? Kevin Summers, a great, great man, right? And I listen to them both. But apart from that, you keep talking about you've got loads of friends. You haven't got nobody, man, apart from the person that you live with, all right, Empty Head? But look, you come up last night, I thought you left everything, okay? You mentioned my name, all right, yeah, but at least Yami says, no, that one isn't going to work on me. You're still talking about Auntie Chrissy, your ex, and your sister Diane. Let me just remind the viewers a little bit, right? You're saying, yeah, just go to the police station. There's never been no charges of children and underage and beating up women and all that. Let me remind you that your ex, my Auntie Chrissy, and your ex, right? She was in a refuge. Who was she in a refuge for then? Your name's mentioned in those papers, Empty Head. Just because you never got charged, it's only because she was scared of you. And like everything else, like you say, you're a hard man, yeah, you bully, that's my game and all that, and you glorifying it. She was scared and she didn't want to press charges. She just run from you. What you and the other Empty Head fish done, right, with your sister Diane online, slagging her off like that, was absolutely horrendous. It speaks a million volumes about you and your personality, mate, with no remorse. Horrible, horrible, up until the present day. Not about your book and all that. Auntie Chrissy got the hump because you told pure lies in your book about her and the kids and everything, yeah? You remember, you also beat up, what's his name's daughter as well, after Auntie Chrissy. That's why Mickey Blackmore was looking for you when you run down the road when he was going to take you out for the other fella, I think it was Danielle, her dad died, but he was looking for you before he died. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And you legged it because you only had about 3 weeks to live. Go and lay down, mate. Right? But you was up there talking about Sister Di as well. You remember, you think that they run to me. They never run to me. I knew them. I knew Auntie Chrissy before you met her. I was in the children's home and she brought me sweets, man. That's why I will back them up, because I know that they're straight goers and they don't tell lies, right? Look, I'm not going to get into it with you. You won't leave it alone. You're putting up Paul Thorpe up there. You've got all these YouTube exposers, new channels coming out. They're after you. I'll tell you why they're after you. Not because of me. Not because of Paul Thorpe. It's because you've hurt so many people since you've been on YouTube. You've been using your powers. Like, look, take for instance, Roy Shaw, right? You belittled him the other day, steroids again, you belittled him all the time, and then you come back with one, yeah, but he could have a row and all that. You couldn't even wear his fucking socks, right? And Charlie Bronson wears tight pants. Remind you of two of those guys, right, that got electrocuted by staff in those prisons and institutions and hospitals. And you always have to say something derogatory. You done it with Dave Courtney up until the day he died and while he died. You still done it. You've done it to the great Freddie Foreman, mate. You know what I mean? You started spreading things about him saying, "Man, Freddie Foreman's never even seen you. He doesn't even know you. He doesn't even care. No one rated you from that life, Ray. No one knew you. Build a bomb. You always slip up. You tell so many lies. Build a bomb. You was T-Boy in scrubs about he keeps shouting you out the window. I had to go to the door. You was the only one out on the landing. So he could get his little thing and all that. And you push it under the door, which you had to. Because Build a Bomb used to bully you, Ray. Shut up, man. Shut up. Right? I'm going to keep it real today. You have brought Lenny McLean's door. You have affected everybody since you've been up there talking. Mickey Blackmore's son has had to run to me. Everybody's children, they're running to me because they haven't got a voice for nothing. You continue to hurt people up until the present day without any remorse. You was the governor. Oh, lay down, man. I saw your mate on the high road the other day. It's interesting, as I was walking towards him, he was going backwards and fell on the floor and everybody was laughing. But I don't gloat over things, Ray, because I know that when I see certain people, you can talk what you want online. And no, I'm not scared to face you, mate. Don't try that one, yeah, but at least Yami's up there and you can't butter me up, mate. The longer you keep mentioning Auntie Chrissy and Sister Diana, I will come up here and I will protect them, the children, everybody involved. You forgot that when you come up here and talk, which is why I refuse to talk really bad about anyone unless it's really necessary. All right, because the effects that it has on children. I made mistakes when I first come out, and then they messaged me. They said, "Uncle Yami, listen, it's my dad." And so I said, "You know what, I'll take it down." You have never taken one video down, only when you was forced to because you knew there was a chance that you might get penalised by the authorities for it. You got those locked up. You said they was outside Dave Courtney's that day. You said Freddie Foreman was dead. You done the crocodile tears when I died. I said, yeah, man, I like you. It's a pathetic performance by you. Everybody can see through it. You might go up there and believe that you can talk a lot of shit and they'll all come in and get all the views and that kind of stuff. You spoke about some great people over the years from that life, Ray, that you couldn't even walk in their shoes, mate. You know what I mean? It's really, really, really bad, and they can't really ask. Just take the Pat Tate thing. You turned up. Someone reminded me the other day that I actually beat up Pat Tate. Oh, go and lay down, man. Go and lay down, man. You never had no fight with Pat Tate, man. You know what I mean? This is the kind of bollocks that social media might listen to and go, but really you don't care whether people slag you off as long as you get your little views and you'll have your little percentage of people that come up and go, yeah, Ray, I know, but there's not that many now. Those YouTube exposed where they're painting the lipstick and all that. The dog in the pond, yeah, that was a move as well. Everything in your head is geared towards, let me try and pull off a move to try and... Yeah, because you can't rest in peace, empty head. I've told you this a long time ago, and when I see you, I will tell you to your face like I did the other day. Look, it's gone, Ray. That never lasted forever. You wouldn't have been a man in the Cat A's that I would have been frightened of. I've got to be honest with you, because you never had a brain, mate. And you still haven't got a brain. And you've done the abuse thing the other day as well. It was ridiculous. On the one hand, you're saying the bit with the 3 years old, then the 6-year-old. You've changed the story and the narrative completely. You see, if you're going to be a good liar, always make sure you remember where you lied. Sorry, people, I'm off out. Got to travel back down to the countryside, but I love you all dearly. I'm telling you, drop Auntie Chrissy out. Leave your sister alone. They've had enough over a lifetime of you. There is evidence on you. It might not be on charge where you got convicted and all that, but it's in paperwork and with suggestions where everybody had to run and hide from you. Go and lay down, man.